What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to All Sports Talk with Peter Burtnett. Today I'm going to be reacting to yesterday's news of Tom Brady's retirement and just kind of giving a rundown of his legacy and why I believe that he will be the greatest quarterback of all time and perhaps even across all sports, the greatest winner of all time. Obviously, Tom Brady, the 20-year veteran in the NFL, had an incredible career, over 20 years, I think, in the NFL, and finished his career with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, won a Super Bowl, was obviously more well-known for his equally incredible career that really made him who he was with the New England Patriots, winning 6 Super Bowls. And so yesterday, in a short video released to social media, he announced his retirement for the second time. Last year, obviously, he also announced his retirement and ended up, getting that itch to come back and play. And kind of a cool thing I saw yesterday too that I kind of just thought about and kind of smiled at for a second was Rob Gronkowski saying, welcome to the 2 times retired club. Because obviously Gronkowski also temporarily retired, and then when Brady went down to Tampa, Gronk followed, and they won a Super Bowl together. So I think that's just kind of cool that they both kind of share that. They obviously shared such incredible success together for both the Patriots and the Buccaneers. And then another guy, J.J. Watt, saying, welcome to the newly retired club. We golf on at 10 a.m. or something like that, and drinks are on the new guy, so bring your wallet. I just thought that was kind of funny too. Two absolute legends of the game retiring in the same year, and both have 2028 Hall of Fame spots locked up. And so I want to first kind of go over the real grocery list, CVS receipt of accomplishments that Tom Brady achieved. Start with the most important one, why everybody, for the most part, some people do it for money or for just the enjoyment of the game or for fame from it, but really the purpose of sports in many ways at the end of the day is to win championships, and that's what Tom Brady did. Obviously, he stepped up for the injured Drew Bledsoe way back in 2001, and the Patriots started their run of dominance, Super Bowl 36, over the St. Louis Rams, and then Super Bowl 37, which was over the Carolina Panthers, and then Super Bowl 39. So 3 out of 4 championships, that last one over the Eagles, all were by a field goal. And I know a lot of really specifically people who just dislike or even hate Tom Brady will pick at these things and say that, his defense got him there, or Coach Belichick's coaching, or in each of these Super Bowls, he's bailed out by, Hall of Fame kicker Adam Vinatieri. But if you look at it from a neutral point of view, for those who don't know, I'm an Ohio State fan, so I wouldn't consider myself a Tom Brady super fan or even really a fan, but you gotta appreciate the excellence that he was able to achieve in his career. But back to that point about people saying, his defense got him there, or he benefited from calls, or Belichick's coaching got him there. When you look at those Super Bowl wins and then the other ones later on in his career, he had incredible poise to be able to play his best football in the clutch, to be able to set up his team, his offense, in those situations where they would get those Super Bowl wins and be in the opportunity to win on game-winning kicks. And, obviously every great athlete, if you're at that level that Tom Brady was, or even, a few levels below some of the best athletes, all athletes are going to have people that, doubt them in some way. Nobody's going to ever, if anybody would have no criticism, it would have been Tom Brady. But because of the just incredible amounts of success that he had, there's always going to be people that try to bring that down or try to discredit it. And I mean, you could look at Deflategate as another sort of thing, or Spygate, how much Brady was involved in either one of those. Spygate, probably very little, if at all. I would say probably not even at all. And then Deflategate, that's another thing. But on that game, they just completely trounced the Colts anyways, and that is, I think, kind of a non-story with Brady. But moving on, in his other Super Bowl wins, a little bit of a dry spell, actually almost a decade without winning a Super Bowl. Obviously had some kind of famous losses during that stretch, most of all that perfect season when they lost to the Giants. Incredible play that determined that one. The amazing helmet catch by David Tyree, and obviously his kryptonite and his Achilles heel, Eli Manning, and then beat him 4 years later in 2011. But Super Bowl 49, this was another moment where you could say he was bailed out by his defense. Obviously, Seattle on the goal line had a chance to just run the damn ball, and they didn't do that. They threw it. Malcolm Butler makes the INT. But again, that one, and I mean, I almost kind of, when I was thinking about his retirement yesterday, I almost have kind of made the observation that a lot of times the Patriots won the Super Bowls that maybe they shouldn't have, and then they would lose the Super Bowls that they should have won. You look at kind of all of those first three, the Rams were the greatest show on turf. The Panthers, I would say that Super Bowl was probably a little bit more balanced in terms of who would win, maybe even favoring the Patriots. And then the Philadelphia Eagles of the early 2000s certainly would have been a very tough opponent to defeat. And then, looking at, obviously, the Super Bowl against the Giants, just the phenomenal catch. That was a game that they had just defeated the Giants to end the regular season. They go into this game, perfect record. Expectation is for them to win the Super Bowl, and then they don't. And then kind of similarly in 2011, the Giants put together another great run, but I think they were 9-7 that year and end up, again, winning a Super Bowl that maybe the Patriots should have. So it's not the spot on his resume as LeBron James has with the 6 NBA Finals losses. At the same time, there is a little bit of maybe a chink in Brady's armor of, losing some of those Super Bowls that maybe he could have won to get to an even higher status. But I think that's honestly beside the point. And again, just kind of trying to nitpick and find a critique to break down the greatest quarterback of all time. But the Patriots, then that started another little run. They kind of really mostly got things done in little runs of space. They won 3 out of 4 years. And then actually they won 3 out of 5 years. Super Bowl 51, I'll touch on that one again in a second, because that one I think is one of if not his greatest accomplishments, is that comeback. And then obviously Super Bowl 53 as well, when they, really that was one where defense got the job done for the most part, but Brady still did what he needed to do. But back to Super Bowl 51. Again, that's a Super Bowl that the Patriots should have lost. They were obviously, as it's well known, down 28-3 at halftime and appeared to be going nowhere fast. And, led by Tom Brady, and obviously major credits to that defense. And the Patriots have had some really phenomenal defenses over the years, some great players, Hall of Fame players during their run. But, that was a Super Bowl where they were down and out. But Brady has that just winning mindset where he's never counting himself out. And that proved to be decisive in determining the Super Bowl champion. Made, a few big plays in that game, benefited from an amazing catch by Julian Edelman. And the Patriots end up winning that one. And then obviously the last one that he won, Super Bowl 55, going to Tampa Bay, taking over that team, really winning it with Gronk, cementing the idea that yes, he could get it done without Belichick as his head coach. And so I want to, talked about the Super Bowl wins, and in 5 of those 7 championships, he was the Super Bowl MVP. But some of the other major accomplishments in his career, in the NFL at least, he was 3 times most valuable player in 2007, 2010, and 2017. Offensive player of the year twice. Comeback player of the year in 2009. That's another thing he overcame a major knee injury to come back and still play at maybe even a higher level after that injury. 3-time first team All-Pro, 3-time second team All-Pro, 15 times in the Pro Bowl. He's, established himself in the NFL record books as well, perhaps better than anybody else ever will be able to do. I think records, obviously, the phrase, records are made to be broken. I think the Super Bowl one for one quarterback or even one team, again, to have the level of dominance that the Patriots had or, again, that Brady had. No other franchise in the NFL has 7 championships, or at least Super Bowl championships. And so, Brady completely established himself as the greatest of all time in that area, but then also in the record books. And I think these are ones that maybe won't stand for quite as long because some of them aren't like ridiculously high like 7 Super Bowls is. But most career wins as a quarterback, 251. Most career passing attempts and completions. Part of that is that he just played for so long that he racked up that much. But 7,753 for 12,050. Then he also has the most career passing touchdowns. Broke that with 649. Most career passing yards, 89,214. And so, you look at the accomplishments, and you can look at the stats and the records that he's put up, and even the kind of tangible proof of the Super Bowl wins. But I want to kind of close this video by just saying that I think what really set him apart, and this is what allowed him to win those Super Bowls, is on a similar level to Michael Jordan, obviously with the Bulls in the 90s, just this locked in. You might want to call it, the Mamba mentality that Kobe had as well. But, these guys were just incredible competitors. They were driven by a desire to win and almost, I think, probably in their heads knew that they would win. I think that's to go on to a different point of just kind of life in general. When you have an idea in your mind that that you believe with your utmost being you can accomplish, and you do it in the right way, you will accomplish that thing. And I think that's what Brady definitely lived with. And again, the level of competitor that he was, that kind of having that itch to come back even after retiring, after winning, one final Super Bowl a year or two before he retired for the first time. It's just, I think, at a level that will be hard for any quarterback to ever reach again. But that's kind of my thoughts on the retirement of Tom Brady and kind of a breakdown of his career. Let me know what moments stand out to you from Tom Brady's career. What were either maybe some of your favorite moments, if you're a Brady fan, or what were maybe some moments that you thought maybe he kind of fell short in some areas. It's really hard to find that, though, for sure. I think Tom Brady's career was at another level that I'm not sure we'll ever be reached again. But that's it for this episode of All Sports Talk. I'm Peter Burtonette. Hope you all have a fantastic day. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you want to see more. Again, leave a comment, turn on those post notifications so you're notified the next time I post. And without further ado, that's all. Have a great day. Peace.